G'day Big Lap Bible. I'm John and this is Amy.
We are part of Raising of the Sun. The other three little members that make up our team are Jimmy, that's 12, Gus, who's just turned 10, and Skipper, that is 6. We are full-time travellers. We set out from Victoria to do a 12-month lap. We are now 14 months into that lap, and we don't really think we'll finish anytime soon.
So what's the route? So we essentially started out in EUKA, obviously, that's where we're from, and then we headed up right up the east coast, travelled up pretty well the coastline, got to the Cape, did the Cape, and
came
shot
around
across the Gulf,
yep,
and over to Darwin, down through the middle to South Australia, and then across the bottom WA, and then up the WA coastline.
Yeah, so it wasn't our intention to come down the middle. We were just going to stay coastal and go actually just do a lap around the outside. But a bit of that changes, and I think it's really important to recognise when you're on the road that maybe the plans won't always go the way they think you will, and you need to adapt and be ready to tackle on anything, I suppose.
So basically we've done a big figure 8.
Yeah, we have.
What we've done.
Yeah, which is cool.
So we've decided to get on our lap of Australia due to the boys handling the COVID learning really well. Because they handled the homeschooling so well, we were in Victoria at the time, they handled it for a long time there. We thought, geez, they're still learning so much through all the COVID learning, we can still do that whilst we're on the road.
Yeah, definitely.
And they gave us a good opportunity to a bit of a taste test that they knew that they could do it.
Yep.
So it wasn't such a big and daunting task for them to jump on the road and continue to learn.
And now obviously we've got the beautiful blend of having, we run a EUKA program which suits our family down to a T on the road, but we also combine that with real life learning, which is really cool. So it's definitely something that we were wanting to do, but probably what pushed us into it was having COVID and made you reassess everything. The kids handled it well, and also I had some medical conditions that pushed me to miss out on a few things, and that really made us think, hey, is this what we want to be doing? Is this where we want to be? And not that we lived a shit life, we lived a really great life, but we just wanted more out of it. And this has definitely given us that.
So to explain that, Amy's just went on about EUKA there, and EUKA is an Australian recognised program. The Australian curriculum recognise it, and they essentially give you the work that you can complete at your own pace, which suits travelling families really well because
it goes up to from prep to year 12.
Yeah, so you can punch out what we do from sort of 7:30 to 11:30, and then you've got the most of the day to then go and explore the local area that you're in.
Yeah, and that learning continues once you've gone away from the actual books, I suppose, as well.
But not only can you work ahead, or if you can catch up, if you get a few rain days, you can sort of make the most of those if you want to stay inside and complete more schoolwork. So when the weather does fine up, then you have the opportunity to explore more.
Yeah, you're not waiting around for work to arrive or posting anything back. It's really flexible, and it really suits our family.
Yeah, so that one's been a really good program for us.
Yeah.
This is our caravan setup, which you can see behind us, which is a Jayco Journey Outback 2021 model, which has been absolutely fantastic for us.
It's a 19.6 in length.
So yeah, nearly 20 foot. It's got 3 bunks in it, separate toilet, shower. It's been
big L-shaped kitchen and couch. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's got a east-west bed, pull-out kitchen outside because we love doing a lot of our cooking outside. Electronic awning, which is cool. Just press a button, awning retracts and whatnot. So that's really easy. And we tow with a 2016 200 series Land Cruiser.
Yeah, the Cruiser is absolutely amazing. It's done everything that we've asked of it.
Yeah, definitely.
And more. And yeah, you won't get a better towing vehicle in our opinion anyway.
Yeah.
So
I'll do the tour later.
Yeah.
For where we generally stay, John and I would prefer to be free camping and low cost camping, and we would say the majority of our camping is done in those places, but we do like to sometimes venture into the caravan parks. Sometimes water access is a bit rough, or dump points can be difficult, or power just to refuel, have a long shower somewhere. So we do. And
not to mention we keep the kids in mind as well, because sometimes the kids need to socialise with other kids as well. So we sometimes, even though it might be quite expensive being a school holiday or something like that, we like to go in for a couple of days just to give the kids a bit of socialisation with some other kids that'll be running around the park themselves. So that's been, we have to be a little bit mindful of them also.
Especially being the older kids we find on the road, like Jimmy and that, they really crave the same age kids. So yeah, that's super important to recognise that. However, the kids get way less bored when we're in a free camp where they just use their imagination and find their own fun, and it's really cool. Really cool.
We find that it's way better in the free parks than in the caravan parks.
Yeah, definitely. This place, really difficult when you've done a lot of Australia, but there's so many other beautiful places that we haven't been to.
So we're great places at the moment for different reasons though.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You've got to figure out what, you know, do you want adventure, or do you want to just chill out on a beach, or do you want to,
for everyone that's different.
So many different places.
And we're obviously in Exmouth, and we've got to go, we haven't done, from Exmouth to Darwin we haven't covered yet, so we can't say that those places have been our favourite yet because we haven't explored them. But for me, I with hands down would say the old Telegraph track up in the Cape York Peninsula. It wasn't something that we were going to do, but then we at the last minute were like, damn it, let's park the van up at Laura. We got in the swags and we spent just under 3 weeks on the Tally track at the Cape York Peninsula up in Queensland, and it was insane. There was just, I wouldn't call us, prior to this trip, I wouldn't have called us huge four-wheel drivers, but it really tested our skill set.
It's not just four-wheel driving though, it's the places that you see along the way. Some of the natural beauty, like Fruitbat Falls and Twin Falls.
And Elliot, we had them all to ourselves.
It was just absolutely stunning. It was amazing. Some of the landscape through there is really cool.
Yeah, little Sam's Creek on the OTT, the hidden waterfall, is breathtaking.
And another place that we really love was Fraser Island. Fraser Island for us, there's so many different little ecosystems and little challenges along the way, and it's just absolutely beautiful, and particularly the north end of Fraser, which we really liked it up that end.
We spent a fair bit of time up there,
So that was, two of our more favourite destinations.
Yeah, but the centre can't be underrated. South Australia has an incredible and most underrated coastline. WA is breathtaking. Everyone says West is best, and it really is breathtaking. But pick of it what you will, but there's the whole country is phenomenal. John and I are pretty positive people. We try to look for the best in everything, and obviously some silver linings if it's not really jumping out at you. I wouldn't.
Is probably a place that I wouldn't ever do again. Yeah, Cooper Petey maybe.
Yeah, Alice really Springs didn't wow me, but it was a quick stop over there, a big refresh from our drive all the way down the middle, and it was the gateway to the West MacDonnell Ranges, which was unreal. Fink River Camp is next level, the Marini Loop, it's really cool. So it's always a silver lining, and for us, it might not have been our favourite, but it provided us hot showers.
But easily the scariest moment that we've ever had on our trip is we got stuck in a tide up near.
We got cocky. We got a bit cocky. We camped a little bit too close to the water's edge.
Yeah, we got a little bit stuck in the tide. Not that it damaged the van in any way.
No, and in hindsight, if we had just left it, nothing would have happened. But we ended up
would have lapped the bottom of the tyres and not gone on the rims or anything. It was just a scary moment where we panicked a little bit, and we got the car bogged, and then
we had to winch ourselves, our car, and
the kids thought we were all going to die, but we're all A-OK. We could laugh at it in hindsight, but at the time it was super scary.
Yeah, it was. You can see that on our Instagram actually. Back in our earlier posts, I posted a little bit about that, and you should go and check it out because it's very funny. It was funny now, not at the time. Yeah. John worked in logistics and was an operations manager for a business down in Victoria, and worked there for over 16 years. So we had a lot of long service and a lot of holidays that we definitely utilised since we've gone off initially. And we saved our asses off. So we both worked 2 jobs, and we probably had enough money to go for the year, and then now we're spending a little bit of money that we actually had from the sale of our house, which we didn't intend to sell that really at the start, but that's how it fell that way. We were lucky enough to have someone that wanted to buy our house, and that's exactly what we did. And we did toy up between renting it out and selling it, And for us, we didn't want the commitment of anything while we're away. Like, we couldn't think of anything worse. So for us in our situation, we were happy to let it go, and we're excited about where we're going to end up.
Continuing along on that note though, we're very aware of what we spend. Like, we don't keep a really strict
budget, but we keep an eye on it.
Yeah, so we keep an eye on obviously trying to save money at every possible turn that you can, like reusing your leftovers to doing small trips in the car to
where you can, because probably our biggest expense would be fuel and food. So they're the two that we try to save money on. And you can in some places and you can't in others, and you've just got to be vigilant about that. And that's a life skill, not necessarily a luck in the.
But the way we always look at it is it's never ever going to get any cheaper.
No, definitely not.
You just have to cop it.
Yeah, and fuel's out of your control in terms of what you pay, but how you use your fuel obviously is in your control. So just things like that. Biggest splurge on our trip would have to probably be swimming with the whale sharks and fishing charters. So we're actually swimming with the whale sharks tomorrow, and we paid just on $2,000 for the 5 of us to do that. I can't tell you what it's going to be like, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But we're probably something we'll do once in our life, and on our second trip wouldn't do that again. So on that first lap, or those first things, we are tourists in our own country, and we are going to be doing those things that cost that little bit more, and can't wait to do it. So stay tuned. We'll send that through to you guys. Biggest tip for me, I would say, is don't be upset if there's some place you didn't go and visit, because we had someone give us some really great advice, and he said, you've got to leave somewhere to come back to. And I think that made it okay with us if we did miss something, that it is somewhere where we'll get back to one day.
You can never see it in one trip.
No, you can't. And so take that pressure off yourself.
Yeah. So don't worry about seeing everything. And obviously you can hit up as many locations as you can, or you possibly can, but don't be upset if you do miss something.
Nah, definitely not.
And my tip would be just to get on the roads. Just don't.
Your tip would be leave the wife at home.
Or take another car. No, but our biggest tip is definitely just don't hold back. Don't think about all the things, all the problems why you can't do it. Think about all the reasons why you can.
Yeah.
So definitely get yourself on the road is the key.
Yeah, my mum gave us
it's irrelevant. There's so many different types of setups and different ways you can always adjust yourself just to keep going.
Yeah. My mum gave me some wonderful advice, and it was, before we left, I was a little bit stressed over like what we were gonna, like, I'm taking the kids out of school and I'm taking the kids away from their friends and sport and all that sort of stuff. And I would say to that, don't focus. My mum said, you're focusing on everything you think you're going to take away from the kids, and not anything that you will be giving the kids or adding value to their lives. And gosh, it's an enormous list of things we've added. So for me, I would say, for people that haven't gone on the road yet and are maybe tossing up whether to do this, 100% do it. Whether it's for 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 12 months, years, like, just hit the road, because it's something you'll never ever regret. And for those people that are already lapping, take the pressure off yourself of getting to everyone and enjoy where you are right now.
Yeah, like where we are right now.
Yeah, Osprey Bay, baby. This is sick. It's a beautiful, cracking day today.
Give them a quick tour.
We've been to Yardie to have a little walk through there this morning, which was stunning, and then we'll go down now and have a swim and have a bit of a snorkel.
Show them a quick tour.
Lots of turtles here and fish. It's amazing. So we'll take you on a little tour. This is our van. We haven't cleaned up for you guys. We're pretty realist. This is how it is. It's the rig. Getting a bit of suntan. This is us. This is Osprey Bay. If I can stand up and show you. The ocean just here. Amazing. Drop dunnies. Yardie's just down the road. It's got some service and some dump bin.
See you guys.
Peace out.